Good afternoon, hello, my name is Daniel, this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. You'll join me on Wednesday. It's halfway through, or nearly halfway through the training week, and up to this point, my training week has been bad. It's not been absolutely terrible, but it's been far below what I've wanted to do. Various life reasons, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, does it? So, Monday, I was really tired from a good weekend of training, so I just did 1 hour zone 2. Tuesday, I was in the office all day yesterday, and I got home and I was absolutely drained. I just didn't feel like it. If you don't feel like it and you don't want it, then it doesn't happen, does it? So I'd only planned to do an easy spin last night, but it didn't happen. However, what I'm trying to do is not let a bad start to the week affect the rest of the week. I also didn't swim Monday night when I planned to, because I knew I was in the office on Thursday. I needed to get up early, so I didn't want to swim 9 till 10 p.m. as I normally do on a Monday. Anyway, so I'm trying to draw a line in the sand now. I've rearranged my training this week. I'm coached by Chris at Pure Performance Coaching, and he's put my sessions in, so I know what I need to do the rest of the week, but I just need to make sure that I do them now. So it's Wednesday lunchtime, and I'm going to start off with something really easy. I'm just going to do an hour zone 2. It's something I do quite often. It's really like low motivation to get done. You can just get it done. It's not like I'm trying to psych myself up for a big session or anything. And I find that then doing a little bit of something really motivates me on to then do more. And I'm hoping to do an interval session tonight. And I find this a lot with everything I do in life. Like I think it's called the snowball method. Is it the snow? I might have just made that up. Anyway. If I've got loads of things to do, instead of picking the thing that's the highest priority, just to get started, I'll pick the smallest thing so I can do it, tick it off, and that then... Cheers. That then motivates me on to do more things that are perhaps more important. So this is the small thing, just get it done, and then I'll worry about everything else I've got to do this week. So I've got a few double days planned, a few last big sessions before I go to, don't know if I've mentioned it yet or not, but I'm very lucky to be going to Calpe next week for a week of hopefully cycling my mates. I say hopefully because they're all ill. I feel like I've got a little bit of a sore throat, but I don't know if I'm just thinking it or not, but I'm hoping we'll get there, all in good health, and have a great week of cycling. But let's get this ride done. Right, done and dusted. That was simply lovely. Good to be back pedaling the bike. Lunchtime, leftover fajitas from last night. Liz has got some new labels. She's upgraded her second-hand meal game, so I'm going to put that in a couple of wraps. Liz is also slightly Highland Cow mad at the minute, so everything's got Highland Cow on it, but there you go. And I'm going to have a bit of cheese on it and a bit of mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and that is about it. Tofu and veg and stuff. Lunchtime, not bad for a little DIY lunchtime lunch. Lunchtime lunch, when else do you have lunch? And I've got about 3 minutes before I need to be on a meeting, so I need to get changed. And I'll see you tonight for interval session. Come on, this is what I'm building up to today. Miss Saxton's home from school.
Good evening.
Hello, Miss Saxton, you okay?
Yes, thank you.
I've just got in trouble for there being trainers up there, didn't I?
Yeah.
You said the trainers live up here now, do they?
Yeah, well, I've just come in here. It's an absolute mess. Can't stand it.
Who shredded all the cardboard down there on the floor?
Ronnie, the shredder.
Exactly. Right, Liz, how's your day at work?
Same old.
You just rushed in and then you went straight out again. Where you been? What you been doing?
I've got to take a parcel with me this morning that I needed to post for Vinted.
Liz's biggest pride in life is being a 5-star Vinted seller.
Yep.
And there's danger of somebody giving you some bad feedback if you delayed delivery, wasn't there? So
yes.
You just take it with you.
That's it. I take pride in making sure that I deliver an excellent service.
Selling all the stuff that I actually want to keep out of the wardrobe. Anyway, Liz, you're starting a 9-week training plan today, haven't you?
Well, I've got less. I've got about 8.5 weeks.
Oh, what?
I know.
What are you training for?
Mallorca.
You've got unfinished business with Sacalobra, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I had to pause and have a minute when I'd last did Sacalobra a couple of years ago.
Yeah, by that she means she got off the bike through a strop and walked.
Oh, I didn't. I got off and had a minute. Yeah, I've got unfinished business, so I've got 8.5 weeks to get some cycling fitness back. Yeah. So I can smash Sacalobra after a baguette at the bottom first.
Episode 1 tomorrow, ramp test.
My FTP didn't change at all.
Oh, I know, right, yeah, whatever. Anyway, okay then, look forward to 8.5 weeks to go. Cool. I've got unfinished business as well with Sacalobra. Have you? In 2019 I rode 32.20 and I thought, right, I'm going to come back and I'm going to crack 30 minutes, and I've never been able to get anywhere near it. I won't do it this year either.
I was hoping you'd pedal it with me, to be fair.
Oh, we'll do it now this year. Yeah, that's a big enough effort. Anyway, right, I'm not quite finished at work yet, so I'm going to crack on that a bit longer. Ronnie
the shredder.
Chewing cardboard. And then I'm going to get on the bike and get this big sesh drawn. I'll talk to you about it in a second. See you later.
Cool, see ya.
See ya. Alrighty then, evening ride time. I'll put the lot on screen now. So it's a nice warm up, 15 minutes at sort of mid tempo, so 275 watts, and then 2 minutes recovery, 2 times 7.5 minutes at 310 watts off of 2 minutes recovery, and then 3 times 5 minutes at about 345 watts. So how this is structured is 15 minutes tempo, 2 times 7.5 minutes at like high tempo, and then 3 times 5 minutes at pretty much threshold. Now I'm working off the threshold that I had like 3 months ago. I'm probably not quite as fit as that, but I'm not far enough away that I don't think it's going to cause me a problem in this session. It might be that, you know, those 7.5 minute blocks are slightly like a more sweet spot than tempo, but it doesn't really matter. My training load isn't huge this week. It's not like I've got to recover for a run tomorrow or something, so it doesn't matter if a session is a bit too hard. I think I'll just call it if it is. Those 3 by 5 minutes at the end could be pretty difficult, but again, even if it's in and around threshold, I should be able to do it surely. Anyway, I've called this a big session enough times now. I know it's not a mega session, but this is the biggest session that I've done in a month, so it feels quite like intimidating mentally. But let's get the tunes on and let's get cracking. Oh, okay, session done and dusted, and that was a session. It feels good. I think I put my Strava something like, feels good to feel the burn. Basically, although sessions are difficult, it feels so good to be back doing workouts, even though it's difficult and it's hard, even though it's tough to put your shoes on and get started. I'm so happy to be back on the bike. So the intervals were, I pretty much stayed exactly as planned, so 277 for 15 minutes, and then the 7.5 minutes were 311 watts and 314 watts, and then the 3 by 5 minutes were 352, 349 and 347. Now Strava doesn't show the heart rate over the top of that, but my heart rate did drift up quite a bit, so like the second and third intervals of those blocks were higher than the first one. That's fine, that's normal, and I've got to remember I am training in the house and it's probably 20 degrees as opposed to the outside world, which is about 5 degrees. I have sweated and snotted far too much in here, so I do need to get back in the garage now that I'm doing some proper training, but I will do that post. Have I mentioned I'm going cycling in Spain? Who knows? I'm just dead excited. All right, dead happy to tick that off. Glad to put a bad day and a half behind me and just look forward for the better training in front of me. Hope you enjoyed, hope your training is going well. Hit like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Last little push pre-training trip, which I mentioned. Bye.